If you intend to be married and intend to stay married, then it's through the good, the bad, and everything that happens. So choose wisely. And choose, I would say, you know yourself in the television, all the people who are going for, or somebody who's dark hair and he's this. And I thought at the end of that, it doesn't matter what the person looks like, because that's not everything. When the looks go, 73, you're not what you were when you were 19, 20. But nor is your partner. They've changed. And what you liked then, well, you might not like now. If they have a really nice personality and they make you laugh, then you can laugh your way through most things.
When you look back on your marriage, what are some lessons that you learned that you did not know before you got married?
I think partly listen to your parents, because I think your parents see things that you're so head over heels in love you don't see them. And they might point things out and think, but you don't want it. No, that's fine. I'll change them. And it's very hard to change things X number of years down the line.
What does working at a marriage look like?
I think working at a marriage, if there's something that you don't agree about, my mother's words of wisdom was never let the sun go down upon your wrath. Where that came from today, I've no idea. But it means never go to bed when the sun goes down being angry. I have to say I haven't quite followed that one. Sometimes I've gone to bed very angry. But women, I think it's also understanding men, and men have to understand women. Because I think actually we're from different planets and we don't think the same.
How so?
I think in that respect, men are fixers. And if they see a problem, they want to fix it. Women are more emotion, thinking things through and being upset, whereas maybe the husband doesn't notice it's upset and misreads it as being in the huff again, which then makes me angry. And I'm not angry to start with, I'm just upset about something. And it's trying to learn to read each other, and we're still doing it 53 years down the line.
Wow.
So it's a constant thing of, sometimes we get better at it.
Right, okay.
But I think basically if you respect the person and they respect you and they respect what you do and what they stand for, then you won't go that far wrong.
53 years, and these are words on marble, words of wisdom, really.
Some people call it a life sentence. You get less for murder.
How did you meet your husband? What was the story like?
Now that's interesting. We were at the wedding and I met this good-looking young guy and I thought, woohoo, I like him. He's a bit of a... But I was at that point, had a boyfriend who was Irish, he lived in Ireland. However, that broke off, and when the second cousin got married, I thought, I wonder if the same guy will be there. And he was. And we've been married for 53 years. Love or being in love, at that time, it was, there were two kind of feelings. It's hard to describe it. Yes, it was like, wow, oh, he's utterly amazing. But I don't think anybody can say after 53 years they've never had a bad word and they've never fallen out and shouted at each other. Because if they have, I think they must have an absolutely wonderful marriage.
And speaking about relationships, particularly with your children as well,
could you please speak a bit about lessons have you learned?
Children do have their own rights, but rights shouldn't override parents asking them to do things. If a parent asks you to do something, you could question it and say, why do I have to do that? And that's fine and it's good and it's healthy. But I think a child who just listens and then does nothing what they're told is a problem in the making. And I think mums and dads have to agree that if mum said something, dad doesn't change it. Because then you've got a child in the middle who knows exactly who to play.
Gotcha.
Mum said I could have it. Dad said no. You get that, then you've got to sort that one out. With children, you have to have boundaries. That they know what you will put up with and they know what you won't put up with. The freedom of the pavement, but don't go on the road. Because if you go on the road, then I would come down on them like a ton of bricks. And if I said I would do something, I would do it. And if I said no, I meant no.